Hello friends, you're with a Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Elder Scrolls Betrayal of the Second Era. Now, we're coming now more to the end of the first session, the first adventure, and our goal is now to basically break the bloody. We have, he's building a Khajiit army. So we got to fight a few Khajiit, I guess, and then this guy here. So we still have 3 more days, or 2 more days, and then we have to face him. It's now day 9. So let's go to day 10 now. So we were at day 9, now we go to day 10. So I think my goal is, so at day 12, I want to be at a conflict location. And then I have to do a specific clash. I think I want to do that here at Chilblain Peak. And for now, I think I want to move here. Have a kind of a random encounter. That's really what I want to do. I mean, I could also move to Dragon's Belly. Or I move down here now to Chilblain Peak. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to do. And then from there, I can maybe have another encounter at Druidach Redoubt, and then go to Four Skull Lookout, or I can go to a city. Yeah, I think I want to do that way. 1, 2, 3. Let's move here first. And let's draw another conflict encounter. The Wacky Box of Wonders. A shady group of bandits corners you. One reveals a puzzle box decorated with ornate carvings and symbols. "We have such sights to show you," whispers the bandit, his fingers dancing across the surface of the box as it seems to shift into one shape after another. "You're no expert on the curios of Apocrypha, but you suspect this device is from the realm of Hermaeus Mora, the Daedric prince of forbidden knowledge. It is clear nothing good will be summoned by the contents of this strange artifact, but interrupting the bandit is sure to present its own dangers." Alright. Okay, so what we gotta do is we interrupt. You interrupt the bandit solving the puzzle box. A flurry of afflictions fly out. Okay. So the first enemy deployed must be I think that's a demon or Daedra. Each adventurer gains 3 light fatigue, then rolls a status die and gains the rolled result. If the Hex 1 enemy is the last enemy to be defeated, each adventurer draws a legendary encounter. Okay, so that is pretty rough. In addition, there will be this guy here. He will be added last to our enemy pool, the Province Poacher. Okay, so let's set up the clash. Okay, I already gave everyone 3 light fatigue. Then we take a status die, and that is not good. We'll see what that does. Okay, that is, I think it's dazed. Yeah, daze. This unit cannot roll dice on the same turn it moves, and it cannot move on the same turn it rolls dice. At the end of this unit's turn, remove this die. Okay, so that is okay. This will only affect me for 1 turn, I think. So that's not a big deal. And then here, That's not good, I think. That is the Bane. This unit is dealt damage, 1 true damage at the start of each of its turns. Okay. Yeah, that's not a good thing. Alright. Now we got to deploy, and I'm going to place a guy here, obviously, and another one here. And the orc is placed here. We still have our ally. And now let's see. So wait a second, there we go. First enemy deployed must be a demon. Okay, so we have 22 points. Didn't we have that many points before? I'm pretty sure we did. Maybe I forgot to. Yeah, I think I forgot to add another point here. Okay, so we are at 24 points now. So that means we're gonna draw a level 20 demon. Guess that's gonna be pretty rough. Oh. Or is it even a demon? Maybe it's an undead. No, I don't know, man. Is it a humanoid? I don't know what that's supposed to be, but we're gonna find someone with this symbol here. I think it's not a demon, otherwise they would have this symbol, I guess. There we go. A wood elf, Deadeye. Okay, this is our enemy. And then we draw 4 level 1 enemies. Okay, so first we gotta place this guy here in the center with 5 health points. Okay, there we go. Then the first level 1 enemy is a Nord bandit. He's got 6 points. And he's placed here. We have a wolf with 4 hit points. Down here, a Imperial bandit again, 5 hit points. So he will show up. That's number 4, right? He shows up here. Holy moly, these are a lot of guys. And then we have a skeleton with 2 hit points, and he is here. And finally we got this guy with 5 hit points. Wow, this is not easy. The Chorus. And he's showing up here. Oh boy. There's a lot going on here. So we got this. And then we got this here. And we got this one here. All right. Yeah. Okay, we gotta eliminate definitely this guy. This is the goal. And I also want to eliminate this guy to fulfill my quest. And I would get quite a few points if I could do this. So yeah, let's see. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, so before I start the battle, I got to check for a couple of special abilities here. So, okay, I remember the wolf, for example. If you attack him, I think if you're adjacent, yeah, the first time this unit is dealt damage by an adjacent unit, it will then deal 2 damage back as long as we don't defeat it. Detection, I think he can also find me if I have a stealth mode, stealth status, but that's not a thing here. Wine snare. After this unit's engaged, its target must drain 1 available combat skill die. All right. This guy is native, so therefore, when he fights us, there is the freeze. We got to remove an item from a ready slot to our bag. And he's got the steal, so he would actually roll a die against its target, and if he rolls higher than the hit points of the target, he steals an item from the target of the ready items. And this is, let's see, divert. Yeah, last hit points cannot be lost, except if it's the last hit point. I mean, if he only has 1 hit point remaining. And retreat means, I think if there's no damage done to any unit, yeah, he's going to get a stealth status die and heals for 1 hit point. I mean, that's unlikely. But we got to remember the divert. Okay. Okay, yeah, there's a lot going on, but it's not that terrible. What was the wine snare? Okay, must drain 1 available combat skill die after this unit's engaged. That is bad. Well, okay, let's see what we can do here. Okay, so first I gain 1 tenacity. Well, actually, I could also remove a fatigue die. I think I want the tenacity though. I got this staff. I could use that to increase my range. Oh, I can only have actually 4 items. I might get rid of that here. Discard this item. Yeah, I'm gonna place this in my backpack. I don't really need that, I think. We're gonna keep these instead. Okay, so let's see. First I'm allowed to remove 3 dice from here because I now have a cooldown of 3. That's nice. And wow, this guy has a range of 6. So I definitely want to blind this guy. And to do this, I'm going to use my pulsar. And I hope that this works out. Let me see what else I have here. So I want to use these 3 dice. I want to do, definitely, I want to place some status on this guy. So I'm going to use the pulsar, and in case that should not work, I'm going to use the wall of elements. I hope one of these will work because I really want to avoid his attack of 4 dice. And then I'm going to roll this. and we'll see what we can do with that stuff. This is the bound armaments, so maybe I can support this guy here. And it also gives me a good chance to get some additional tenacity. Okay, that was good. That was great. So this one here means... The problem is I'm also blinded. That is a bit of an issue, and it will take a couple of turns until this whole stuff goes away. But that is worth it. So let me see here. We got to find the right dice here. This is level 3, so we got to flip that. Okay, deal 2 damage to your target. So it's true damage. That's cool. Okay, that was a good one. Good start. Then apply a blind status die to it. After this engage, gain a blind status die yourself. Okay, that is excellent. Then we got this one here. Let's see if I want to even use that, but probably I want to. God, it's a bit tricky. There's a lot going on here. There we go. Is it this one? Nah, no. It's here. Apply a maim status die to one enemy in range. Okay, that could be also another enemy, right? I think so. It's not. It doesn't talk about the target. So let's see what maim actually does. When this unit rolls combat skill dice, the total damage rolled is reduced by half, then rounded down. That's cool. I wonder if it is possible to use the lightning staff afterward. I don't think so. I think I have to determine that I want to use this weapon before I do the attack. Do I even want to use that? I don't think so, actually. I don't think I want to use that effect. I mean, I could... I basically have to take damage. I don't want that. And the only one that is in range is the skeleton. And this guy is so weak. I don't want to drain my die. I think that's not a good idea. I'm going to leave it in here. And then we got this. And that, wait a second, it's all not that easy. This is here. So that goes in an active slot. At the end of any unit's turn, you may choose an adventurer in a battle form to perform an engage, rolling 2 of their available skill dice. If those dice would be exhausted, they are recovered instead. Then exhaust this die. Okay, yeah, why not? I mean, that's, I think that's definitely not bad. Cool. That, yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Okay, so in the recovery phase, now the rogue gets back these 2 dice. He only has a cooldown of 2, but he's got a ton of tenacity. Let's see what we can do here. Maybe I'm gonna do the caltrop. That is a good option. That would bring me close to this guy, and yeah, that we'll see. Okay, rogue. And from there, I then could move on. Interrupt. Non-quest enemy. Okay, this is a non-quest enemy, I think. Let me see what I can do. Caltrops is definitely not bad. Okay, I forgot to remove the days condition, because at the end of the turn, remove this die. I'm not quite sure what to do with this guy. I'm so far away from the enemies. I really don't know what to do here. Thinking actually maybe it makes sense to just do nothing or maybe just roll these acrobatic dice and become a little more a little more mobile, and then maybe do something next turn when these guys are a little closer. He will attack this guy and he will possibly do quite some damage. So yeah, that might help. I'm thinking about doing that. So I think what I want to do is I'm going to roll possibly these 2 dice. I got 5 tenacity. That's a bit of a problem. If I roll more tenacity now, it's really a waste. But I just don't know what to do with that. You know, fuck it. I'm gonna do nothing here. I'm just gonna do my acrobatics and bring myself in a better position for the next turn. Okay, that's cool. That's excellent. So, does it matter in which order we place them? Maybe not. Okay, so first we have the Fleet Phantom. That allows me to move 3 hexes at the start of my turn, next turn. That's pretty cool. And then we got the Rapid Maneuver. So that is, while this die is in your cooldown track, you may move through enemies. After moving, deal 2 damage to each enemy you moved through. That is excellent. So you know what? I think I'm actually going to do it like this. And then I'm going to move... I want to be careful that I don't get attacked by any of these guys. But as long as I stay on this row, they will not get me. Sadly, I cannot open the cache here. But you know, I'm actually just thinking about maybe moving 1 space, thus allowing the orc to move here. Yeah, I think that's actually what I want to do. Nothing too exciting. The problem is I'm going to take a damage because I got this Bane die sitting here. So that is not that great. But okay. Yeah, I think that's actually all I want to do here. And now the orc moves 2 spaces, so he simply moves here. And that's it. Now this guy activates, he's blinded, so he will attack the Imperial Bandit because he sees him as an opponent. And he does that using 4 damage dice. So that is pretty strong, obviously. And the Imperial Bandit is the strongest opponent, so therefore he attacks him. Wait a minute. Yeah, I think he can only attack one guy, right? If I'm not mistaken. Blind all units to be opposing. If this unit engages, it can only attack the strongest adjacent unit. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. Oh, that's great. That's really good. So we got 5 damage. He has 1 armor, so he loses 4. So he is reduced to a single life point. That's a good start. Okay. Now, number 5, this guy, level 5, will activate. And yeah, I mean, he's kind of blocked. He moves just 1 space, I guess. That's it. And maybe we can keep him alive a little longer and then he attacks this guy. That would be also helpful, I guess. And now we got the level 1s activating. So I think I want to start. Maybe we can do it in a clever way. If I move here, then this guy gets blocked. Is that a good thing? Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. First of all, I'm going to move the skeleton down here. I'm going to move the wolf here. And now, yeah, the thing is 1, 2. So he's aiming for the stronger unit. Okay, so that is at the moment definitely the Orc Marauder. So if he goes here, it's 1, 2, 3 spaces. If he goes here, it's also 3 spaces. So that is kind of the question now. Do I want this guy here, or do I want him here? And you know what? I think I want him here. Do I? But I want this guy adjacent to him as the strongest unit, not this one. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to place him here. That, yeah, doesn't make a difference even. We'll see. So this guy moves here. Okay, that's what we do. All right. Interesting. Okay, so now we go to the second turn. She gets another mana. She can remove now all the fatigue dice from her cooldown. Now I could kill the Wood Elf Deadeye with my Dark Exchange. Can I? No, it's only 2 hit points that I can remove. Well, I mean, still, I could do quite some damage there. You know, I want to do that. I'm going to spend 3 dice, and I'm going to remove 2 chips from him, and I'm going to give the chips to the Argonian. Then I can do a standard attack. I could use, well, I think I can attack the wolf, actually. There is no line of sight issue because the skeleton is here. That's not a problem. I think as long as they are in an adjacent tile, I can simply attack. So yeah, we are in sight as long as we are on hexes on the same or adjacent tiles. So I can now attack the wolf. I'm going to use my two... maybe that one too, right? Should I do that? Should I use that one too? Maybe. Yeah, why not? Let's do that. Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to use these 3 dice. All right. Yeah, I think that's fine. That is again the same thing. I can place that here. And help the Argonian with his attack. Give him an additional attack, basically. And then here... we've got... wait a second. How much damage is that? That is... there we go. 4 damage. And a 2 damage to an adventurer. And then an additional 2 damage. So, I mean, this guy is annihilated. And I will take 1 damage, I think. Okay. That's it. So the wolf is gone. Okay, so now it's the Argonian, and he's going to move 4 spaces. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3. He's going to try to open the cache here. So 4, 3, 2. We got 3 attempts. Oh, that was great. A great start. 4 and 3. We only need a 2. Oh, by the way, I'm allowed to remove 2 fatigue dice here. Oh, and you know what? Actually, I got a free movement of 3. Ah, okay, I fucked that up. You know what? I'm going to move here for free. And then I start my movement here. So, okay. That was bad. I got 1 more attempt. Ah, that's a 2. Excellent. Got it. More food. Falinesti Forbidden Fruit. Discard this item, then each adventurer may gain a fear status die and then a stealth status die. I'm not sure if that's what I need, but okay. So, okay. Let's see. So I moved here for free, and now I'm actually starting my movement, and I got this fast maneuver. Now let's see how that works. Deal 2 damage to each enemy you move through. Okay, so I can now move through enemies. So I'm going to move through this guy. So he takes 2 damage. I wonder if you can move multiple times through a guy, right? He's got no armor. And he... well, then I move here, and I simply stop here. And he is killed because he only has 1 life point left. He has 1 armor, so I can simply, with a what's it called? Rapid maneuver, I killed this guy. Now I'm standing here, and now I want to attack the Nord bandit. So, I think what I want to do is I'm going to use these 2 dice here. Okay. Oh, fuck, man. I'm messed up. I should have maybe... Okay, anyway, I'm not going to gain any tenacity, but I will deal 2 damage, if I'm not mistaken here. That is my standard damage. Okay, yeah. So I deal 2 damage to this guy. Okay. This one goes here, and this die goes into the active slot. And now I'm done with my turn. And what I want to do now is, I might get an attack from here, but that's okay, I guess. I will now use this ability here, bring this down here, and that allows me to roll 2 available skill dice. So I can roll these 2 dice. Oh, this one is down here. And we'll see what we can do with them. I could also roll a combat skill if I wanted to, but I don't know. I think I'm going to go with these 2. Okay, that is interesting. So we got, wait a second, what we got here. This one is deal 3 damage to the target, then gain 2 light fatigue or an over fatigue. Or this one, deal 4 damage to the target and then gain a Bane status die. Well, I already have one. So that is not that great. Do I take the 2 fatigue? Yeah. Maybe I have to. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take them. Okay, so that means I can kill the guy. I'm not gonna take the Bane status. I mean, maybe I can. I wonder what happened. I think there's a special rule for getting a status die twice. I'm gonna check that. Okay, so actually what happens is, if I get a Bane status die, so if I get a status that I already have, I simply take that status and bring it back here. So you know what? I'm not gonna take the 2 fatigue that I would take from this one here, deal 3 damage and then gain 2 light fatigue. I'm gonna take the 4 damage and then gain a Bane status die. So anyway, I killed this guy. This is here now, and I'm allowed to keep these 2 dice because that was the bound armaments effect, so they are not exhausted. All right. Yeah, so that's that. And yeah, that's then pretty much the end of my turn. Now it's the Orc Marauder, and I'm gonna let him move. I guess I'm gonna let him move here and attack the skeleton. He's got 2 dice. Ah, that's great. It's sadly not quite enough. He does 3 damage. The skeleton has 2 shield, so he loses only 1, but it's a start. Okay, and now the enemies will activate. That means this guy, the blinded Wood Elf, will activate again, and he's gonna attack Chorus. So he's gonna use again 4 dice to attack him. Okay, 4 damage. He does not have a shield. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, that's rough. Okay. Excellent. Perfect. Technically, that was just a perfect roll because he could not lose his last hit point anyway. So that was just amazingly strong. And now he moves. And yeah, he's going to move 1, 2. And then he's going to attack the Argonian with 2 combat dice. Okay, that's a 2. And I'm simply going to use my active... I'm not even sure, actually. You know, maybe I'm just going to use... Once per battle, when you would be dealt damage, prevent all of that damage. I think that's simply what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark this, that I use this thing, so in this way this doesn't go into my cooldown track, which is, I think, an advantage. Alright, and then we have the skeleton attacking the orc, and basically that he can't hit the orc. I mean, the orc has a 2 armor, so the skeleton cannot deal more damage than 2. I gotta be honest, I kind of understand that people say that this game is a little easy. I mean, at least the clashes, I feel that I'm really, really dominant here. So I get another... tenacity. 3 are removed from my cooldown. So what do I want to do now? Maybe I'm going to kill the skeleton. The question is, can I kill this guy here? I mean, at the moment he's not a big of a threat. So I think I'm just going to try to kill the skeleton with my force shock. Okay, yeah, that's definitely enough. Let's see. Gain 2 tenacity, deal 1 true damage to any adventurer. Do I want to do that? Yeah, why not? Deal 4 damage to your target and 1 damage to any one adventurer. Yeah, it's a little painful, but I think I want to do that. I could simply kill this guy then. Maybe I should not necessarily aim for the skeleton. You know, I think, yeah, I think that's the thing. I'm not gonna... Wait a minute. No, I'm not gonna use... I don't want to take too much damage. I'm not gonna take... I'm not gonna deal the 4 damage. Instead, I'm gonna take the 2 tenacity, and I deal myself 1 damage. And the other one I'm simply not gonna trigger. That is totally fine. No, I'm gonna deal the Argonian 1 damage. And then I get 2 tenacity, and I'm going to spend 3 to do again the dark exchange, and in this way I'm going to simply kill now the wood elf Deadeye, and I'm going to bring this back to the Argonian. Okay, great. So technically we were already now successful in this clash. We killed the level 20 creature. And you know, that's all I do. I'm not gonna, yeah, I'm okay here. I'm not gonna do anything else. Yeah. Okay. Now it's the Argonian, and he, let me see. Does he recover first, or does he move first? Does it even matter? I think... yeah. First is the start of the turn. So therefore he can move 3 spaces for free. And because he's got this one going on here, the fast maneuver, the rapid maneuver, he can simply move through this guy. 1, 2, 3. He could even move here, I guess, but that's not good enough. No, he's going to move here simply for free. He kills this guy, which means we did the province poacher also. And yeah, this is going to go away. And then I'm going to move here. Oh, and I got to remove 2 of my dice here. At least I have no more fatigue. So now I'm going to move here, and I'm going to try to get the legendary item. Okay, so first we need a 2 to kind of unlock this whole stuff. Get 4 attempts overall. Okay, we got a 2. That's excellent. So it is unlocked. I wonder if I should spend 1 fatigue to... If I should spend a fatigue... Nah, no. So, okay, we need a 3, a 4, and a 3. Okay, that was my second attempt. I'm going to do another one. We got 2 more. Okay, that's not great. Shit. Okay, now I'm going to spend 1 fatigue to make this to a 3. And I'm going to hope for a good last roll here. That is great. So we got our 4. I'm going to spend another fatigue. And I'm going to make this a 3 too. And that gives us the legendary item. Okay, Aswala Lucky Horseshoe. When populating a shop, you may add 1 legendary item to the selection. Alternatively, you may discard this item and spend 1 saved XP to choose either the common or legendary deck. Search it for any card and add that item to the selection. Then shuffle the deck. Wow, that's a good item. So for now, I'm going to place it in my... I don't know. I'm going to place this one in my backpack. Man, I forgot that I got this mace. Gosh, I still have 5 tenacity. Man, I'm totally overpowered here. Okay, anyway. So we managed to get this. That was cool. And now the orc tries to kill the skeleton. So, wait a minute, can I moved 3 spaces for free here, right? And then I got a movement of 4. Actually, I can even move here and open the other. I can go here and then simply go down here. And I could even attack this guy. But okay, that's not that important. So I'm going to go for the other cache here. And that is... oh man, first I got to draw a card here. A 5, a 2, and a 1. Okay, you know what? Man, I'm pretty But maybe I should simply go to an inn next turn. I'm going to take a fatigue. And I'm going to make... that's a thing. Do I spend 2 fatigue immediately and simply take this thing? No. You know what? I'm going to take another roll. So we need a 2 and a 5. All right. Okay, now I'm actually going to take the... darn, it's not worth it. Gonna roll again. And if it goes away, fuck it. It's just a common item. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna get that. I don't want that much fatigue. I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake. It probably was a mistake. But okay. So there we go. And... But, you know, if I want to go to the inn anyway... I'm not sure if there even is an inn here. I'm pretty sure somewhere is one. You know, there's not that many inns around. So maybe I'm just gonna ignore this one here and who cares? Okay. Now then, I'm going to take another true damage because I still have the Bane. And yeah, and then the Orc Marauder will attack the skeleton. Oh. Okay, that's not enough. Because the skeleton has 2 armor. Then the skeleton will attack the Orc Marauder and me. But that's not going to be... And I know... I realized now... If it attacks multiple targets, it only rolls once. And that was a mistake that I did in the last videos. I attacked everyone with its own roll. Okay, now let's see. Okay, we got 1... I mean, I'm simply going to remove this down here, and the Orc Marauder has enough armor so that it really doesn't matter. And at that point, I'm simply going to retreat, and I was successful with this combat. I killed the main dude, and I killed also my quest guy. Okay, so it's the next day for me. Just to explain maybe a weird start after the last cut or something, you know. I don't know what I said in the last take here, but I think so. The thing is, I want to get the experience points now, and I realized I made a stupid mistake here. If I would have killed this level 20 enemy last during the last clash, which I easily could have done, then I would have been allowed to draw a legendary item for each adventurer. So that was really a waste. But okay, so now I get 2 victory points, 2 experience points each. So over here, this guy is now at 4. So he's at 3, and then he gets an additional 1. It is possible to have more than 3 points. If you spend them, you cannot save them to the next turn. And then we get here, once both enemies on this card have been defeated, complete this quest. So the province poacher, the high elf, we can give him his specimens here. So we also gain now all 1 more experience point, and then each adventurer may draw 2 legendary items, choosing 1 to gain and discard. So I want to do that. The quest goes back here. This one goes here. And now I'm going to draw 2 for the sorceress. Oh, that looks beautiful. It's interesting. Very often when you get these armor, it's kind of a male type, right? So I think it's kind of cool to have this female clothing here that we find here. Okay, so that is prevent 1 damage or recover 1 1 thief. Is this one? Might be 1 thief type skill die. Okay, so that is not necessarily something we want to do, because we want this thief type skill dice in our in the cooldown, because these are these acrobatic dice and they work for us as long as they are in the cooldown. But I mean, preventing a damage is definitely neat. And the other one, this one here, Glyph of Disease Resistance. Enchanted Adventurer. The Enchanted Adventurer ignores the effects of Bane, Fear, and Maim status dice in their cooldown track. Discard this adventurer if the Enchanted Adventurer gains a Stealth status die. That's pretty cool, I think. Wait a minute. Didn't we have some kind of ability that forced us? So that was the blindness. Maybe there is an ability that gives us one of these status dice. What about this one here? Nah. Nope. Nope. Okay. You know, actually, I think I'm gonna take the Glyph of Disease Resistance. And I want to play that immediately. I gotta remember it. It's not gonna be so easy. So this goes away. I don't think I will take too much damage, and I got a lot of healing options, so I don't think I necessarily need this. And the other one, File of Daedric Whispers. Expand. Trigger any adventure's race ability as if it were your own. This item may be used at any time corresponding to the race ability you choose to activate. This does not count as using your race ability for this battle. Okay, so I basically could also use my own race ability, which allows me to prevent all the damage once per battle. Now her race ability I do not find too impressive. Once per battle during a turn, recover any 4... Oh, actually... Oh yeah, no. Recover any 4 skill dice from your cooldown track, replacing each with light fatigue. I mean, I also have the Shadow die Strike. Deal a targetable enemy damage equal to the number of fatigue dice in your cooldown track. If this damage defeats the enemy, remove up to 2 fatigue from your cooldown track. So this could be interesting. The Fracturing Poison. Deal 1 targetable enemy true damage equal to its defense stat. I think I'm going to take the poison. Now again, these are not one-shot items. It says expend, so you use them and then you can refill them with an action at the alchemist in a town. Okay, now we have a lot of items here. We can have a maximum, now this is not an item, this is an enchantment. We can have a maximum of 4 items in our hands and then another 4 in our backpack. So I think I'm going to take these 4 in my hand. I'm going to put these 2 in my backpack here. All right. This should be here, I guess. So, yeah. Now we can gain advancements. So she's got 3 experience points. What does she want to do here? Illusion. That was something I was thinking about. And I'm also thinking about, I'm not sure if I really want to keep 2 of this. Let me see what he got here. When exactly do I have to untrain? Again, I'm not sure. Yeah, I could do this now during the reward phase. I wonder if I should untrain one of these. They don't seem too great. Okay, so here's what I want to do. I want to untrain one of these. I don't think this is actually that strong. One of the problems with this one is, for example, I can choose an adventure. I mean, perform and engage, rolling 2 of their available skill dice. If those dice would be exhausted, Now I'm not quite sure. So the thing is, I wonder if this guy can roll these 2 dice if he's in this skill. I mean, here it says he can roll 2 of the available skill dice if he's in that skill. The question is, can he apply the result or can he just roll the dice? I gotta check that. Maybe I find some more explanation here. If it would say you can only roll a die if you have this stance, but we'll see. We'll see what the rules say. You know, this is really a tricky one. I mean, the rules say that the battle form determines the dice that can be rolled, which kind of makes sense, obviously. And it also says here, during the engage action, the adventurer's battle form limits the dice that can be rolled together and sets the adventurer's range. Okay, fine. Now, it says in the rules, though, that the word cannot is the important word that basically determines that a rule can never be overruled by another card. And I don't see that word here. And it says here, at the end of any unit's turn, you may choose an adventurer in one of these 3 battle forms to perform and engage, rolling 2 of their available skill dice. Now, it doesn't really say that these have to be skill dice that match the battle form. Right? It just says, okay, if they are in this type of battle form, they can roll 2 available skill dice. I don't know. This is important for him because usually he fights in this battle form here with the sword. But then if I would use this option here, I could let him then roll these 2 dice. They usually require the axe. Maybe I find something on BGG. Okay, I decided to keep it. I believe it does matter. I think I have to be in the given stance to roll the dice. Another thing that I realized it seems when you use this, at the end of this guy's turn, you still get the fatigue because it's still the turn, but I could also use it at the end of another unit's turn, which I haven't realized. So for example, at the end of the orc's turn, my companion, or even an enemy's turn, and then he doesn't get additional fatigue. So that might be actually more powerful than I thought. I definitely want to go with these dice here. So if I take 2 of them, and then we still got this one here. We could go to, oh yeah, these ones here. Apply this die to your target. When the enemy this die is applied to is defeated. Ah yeah, that's this one. Apply this die to an enemy adjacent to it. Then deal that new enemy 2 true damage. That's one that is also pretty cool. The Elemental Rage. Choose a cache in range and deal a total of X damage distributed as you choose among units within 2 hexes of that cache. Wow, man, there's so much great stuff here. Still, you know what? I think I'm going to go with the illusion first. Calm and Fury, that is my level 1. And then I'm going to go with a Mesmerizing Gasp. And I'm going to save 1 XP. I think I want to focus more on I'm not sure if I want to get another cooldown or if I want to take instead 2 dice. That's what I'm wondering here. What's cool is, later we got these abilities, the Balance Blade, that allows me to use over fatigue to my advantage. So I could take, I got a couple of things that would do me over fatigue. For example, this one here, the Wrecking Blow, and the Executioner. I have to, if I take that, these would give me both over fatigue. And I mean, that is interesting. You know, I think I want to do that. And then, yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend all my five experience. I'm going to give me one more damage or hit point. The reason is I'm going to get a ability. This one here, the Executioner, gain 2 light fatigue or 1 over fatigue to immediately defeat an adjacent non-quest enemy that has less hit points than you. If I can push this to a higher level, and especially with her, with this blood magic ability, no, the Dark Exchange that allows me to remove 3 hit points from one enemy and give it to another one, I can push this guy to, I don't know, pretty quickly to like 10 hit points or something like that. And then, yeah, I simply take an over fatigue, kill a creature, a powerful creature, and then I can use this over fatigue to my advantage with the balanced blade. Man, there's a lot of crazy things going on here. So let's try that. I might even consider untraining these to improve my two-handed ability. I mean, that is very, very powerful. Okay, so I spent 1 here, and then I'm going to spend 4 here. So we're going to take the momentum. Is that what we want to do? Wait a minute, the Executioner and the Balanced Blade. I think I want to take these two. Yeah, let's take these two. So the Executioner is, I gotta find that. That is a level 3. That might be this one. Nah. There's more down here. Is it this one? Maybe, yeah, it seems to be here. Is this the Executioner? Yeah, that's the Executioner. Okay, cool. And then I'm allowed to get the Balanced Blade, which is a level 4 then. So this one here. Excellent. That's pretty cool. Okay, so we'll see how that works out. Problem is, of course, if I want to use these dice, I have to go one hand and shield. But I could use these, and then after that we can go with this stuff here. So yeah, we'll see how that works out. It's definitely interesting, exciting. So okay, next day is now day 11. And I think I want to go to Carthwatch and simply go to the inn. Originally is, wait a minute. Oh. Okay. Originally established by the Nords of Western Skyrim to prevent an incursion from the Reach, Carthwatch was virtually destroyed by a harrow storm conjured by the deadly Ice Reach Coven. A few survivors may still be found within the town's more fortified buildings, but passers-by are much more likely to find the husks of the storm's victims than anyone still in possession of their wits. Desolated, this is the first time the party has visited Carthwatch this campaign. Do not advance the diary dale at the start of the next New Day phase. Okay, yeah, so fine. Doesn't have a big impact, I guess. We could train there. There is an inn. Okay, yeah, so I don't know if he wants to train. Let's see what we get. You know what? First of all of us go to the inn, so we all have taken one action, but we can fully recover, which is something I want to do before I start my final battle. So there we go. And then, actually, I think I want to train this. That's kind of lockpicking. And I think I want to place this down here. So that might be useful. I'm not sure, just for 1 or 2 dice, maybe that helps us a little bit. And then she's going to take the town square action, Red Eagle Tower. Search the common item deck and gain the first weapon or helmet, then shuffle the deck. Okay, let's see what we find. Ah, there you go. Quicksilver Dagger. If you have a stealth status die in your cooldown track, add 3 enemy combat dice to your engage. That is pretty pointless. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. Okay. Well, okay, I have it. We'll see what we can do with it. It goes in the backpack, I guess. Not really something we need. Okay, now we got to shuffle the deck. Okay, so now we could either already trigger the combat, the final combat. Just let me have a quick look. What we got to do, I think somewhere here. Unstable, no, that's not it. D29, that's where we are now, here. Oh yeah, that's the one here. Travel to any conflict landmark. Choose to initiate the following clash. You know, I'm actually thinking maybe I should, before I do that, I might go to a peaceful encounter. But on the other hand, I'm really well prepared now. You know, I think I go immediately for the final clash. I want to move down here to 4 Skull Lookout. And then let's go to that final clash where we have to fight. Whoop. Break the Bloody. Set aside the following enemies depending on player number. If you are in session 1, which we are, only set aside the first enemy listed up for your party. These are the Khajiit Briarhearts. What? Oh, yeah, it's basically his army. So we got 2 players, yeah. A level 5 Khajiit Marauder. Okay. So now we got to go to the end of the session difficulty experience pool. So we got to find that here in the main book. Nah, I don't know where it is actually. Is it here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're playing on Adept. Two players, session 1. So we have 32 is our pool. That's pretty much where we are. We are at 15 for the moment. So that's yeah, I think we're pretty good here. So 32. So it's basically, yeah, add the quest unit Break the Bloody to the EP and deploy him first. So he does not count. At the end of the Break the Bloody's turn, if there are no Khajiit enemies on the battle map, deploy all Khajiit Briarhearts to the closest unoccupied hexes to Break the Bloody. So we're talking about this dude. When a Khajiit Briarheart is defeated or removed from the battle map, set it aside again. So he will come back again and again. Battle objective Conquer. So I think we pretty much simply have to kill everybody, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's have a quick look. Conquer. Remove all enemies. Fine. Okay. Yeah, so let's set up the clash. Okay, so we're deployed here. Got common items here, legendary item back there. Here we have Break the Bloody. And now we have an enemy pool of 32. So that means we draw 120, 110, and 2 1 guys. So let's start with the 20. Okay, Lamia. Well, all right. 8 points. A lot of points. 4, 7, 8. And it's deployed here. A 10. A Khajiit cultist. Well, that works well with the theme. 6 points. It's going to be placed here. And last, we have 2 level 1 enemies. Ugh. Okay, so we got a Skiva Pup, and an Imperial Bandit again. Alright, yeah, so the Skiva Pup comes with 3, goes here, and the Bandit has 5 hit points and goes here. Alright. Yep, that's it. So yeah, it seems we're good to go. And we want to kill everyone, obviously. Of course we want to do everyone. Kill everyone, and then, yeah, we've won that session, that first adventure. Okay, so if we defeat this guy, the Skiva Pup, he's rot, so that means then the adventurer gains 1 over fatigue. Okay. So that also means if the Orc Marauder defeats him, that's not an issue because he does not count as an adventurer. So that might be already kind of an option. Apart from that, what's going on here? We have this guy here, Enfeeble 5. Again, I forgot what that is. After this unit's engage, its target gains 5 light fatigue. Oh wow, that's pretty rough. And vine snare, which means after this unit's engage, its target must drain one available combat skill. Okay, so it seems like this is definitely someone, the Lamia or Lamaya, I don't know, we have to deal with as soon as possible. And I feel like I'm gonna try to use my blind die against this guy here. Alright. Intimidate and Ritual, the Khajiit's cultist. Intimidate. After this unit's engage, apply a fierce status die to this unit's target. Okay, I'm immune to fear with my glyph of disease resistance. That's cool. Alright, what would that do, by the way? The effects of this unit's non-combat skills are ignored. This effect does not apply to skill dice already in active slots or the cooldown track. Okay. So, wow. These are my only combat skills, right? I don't think these count as combat skills. So that's also a big deal. Holy moly. This thing we already talked about. Native, yeah, that's the one where I think when it attacks you, you have to move one of your items into your bag. But that's not a big deal. Then we got Divert, Dodge, and Recover. Now Dodge, I remember that kind of subtracts your non-damage die from the damage you deal. Recover, I think, simply means that he recovers 1 damage every turn or something like that. Yeah, no, it heals for the number of players' hit points. So it heals basically every turn 2 hit points. And the Divert, I think that means you cannot kill him. Yeah, the last HP cannot be lost unless it was the one that he started, that he had when he took the damage. If he's down, you can only kill him basically if he is down to 1 HP, and then you have to do the final hit. So there's a lot going on. We gotta keep all that in mind. But on the other hand, I think I'm also in a pretty good shape. So yeah, let's go on here, I guess. So I think I want to start with my Dark Elf again, and I really have to take care of this lady here. The Enfeeble is terrible. 5 taking 5 fatigue when she attacks you. That is total horrible. So let me see what I can do here. So first I actually get a tenacity. And I think I'm going to try again to roll these 2 dice. So the Pulsar, that would be the one I'm hoping for, that I can blind her. The Wall of Elements, and then I think I also want to go with this one here. So let's see what we get. Oh, and it seems like we got something like the Pulsar going on here. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, that's a tenacity. That's never bad. So let's check that out. This is the Destruction Staff. I love this Pulsar. I mean, you could argue it makes the combat actually a little boring because you can simply take the the main enemy unit out of the game. But man, it's still awesome. Deal 2 true damage to your target and 1 true damage to each unit adjacent to your target. Oh, that's cool. All units that take damage from this skill then gain a blind status. Wow! After this engage, gain a blind status die yourself. Okay, so that means that's fucking crazy. No, wait a minute. Is it that great? Yeah, it's true damage. So that means this guy is also out of the game, basically. So we only have these 2 level 1 fuckers and this guy. And the others just will be standing there doing nothing. That's insane. They will possibly just attack each other. This is absolutely crazy. Man, I don't know what to think about that, to be honest. This is so incredibly powerful. Okay, so this guy is blinded, and the guy adjacent is also blinded. He takes 1 damage, and this guy takes 2 damage. All right. Incredible. And they're both blinded. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. They will only attack the strongest adjacent unit. That's all that happens. Man, I can even play this against a quest target. That's crazy. That pulsar is incredibly powerful. Okay, well, okay, I'm also blinded, but hey, I mean, come on, this is ridiculous. Then we got this thing here, which is apply a day's status die to up to 2 enemies in range, including quest enemies. I wonder... Do I want to use that? Yeah, probably I do. I don't want to have that in my cooldown necessarily. So that means they can days cannot roll dice on the same turn they move, and cannot move on the same turn it rolls dice. At the end of this unit's turn, remove this die. Is that something I want to do? I'm not even sure about that, honestly. You know, I don't think so. These guys are so weak, I don't want to do anything with them. I'm going to keep that. I get a tenacity. And now I will take my blind. Now I wonder if I can, after this engage, gain a blind status die. Okay, so that means the blind status die has to go here to the very end. Yeah, okay. Well, fine, but still, I mean, I think that was definitely worth it. So powerful. And then, yeah, I think I will simply move here. I think I am allowed to move or not. Let's see. This unit considers all units to be opposing units. If this unit engages, it can only target the strongest adjacent unit. Yeah, it doesn't say I can't move. Or does it? No, I don't think that's an issue. I think I can move. I don't target a unit, so that's fine, I guess. Okay, so for now, I stay in my sword combat form. I'm going to roll these 2 dice and these 2 dice. First I move 1 2, 3, 4. Going to move here, and then I'm going to roll these dice, and I'm going to attack the Imperial Bandit. Oh, and by the way, I forgot. Of course, I'm going to use the Calcinium Mace. Okay, so that means I'm allowed to roll 2 enemy dice in addition to that. Oh, wow, that was great. Okay, so let's see what we got. I get 2 tenacity, which I sadly cannot take. Then I do overall 5 damage. He's got 1 armor, so he's down to 1 damage. One hit point, basically. This goes here. This is removed. This goes in here. And that is the one which allows me to move 4 hexes at the start of my turn. Okay, thinking about maybe I can. Do I have an option to kill the guy? I don't want to lose an item, and if he... Oh, I only have to put it in my bag. I don't lose the item. Yeah, okay, so I think... Yeah, okay, that's just fine. Yeah, okay, that's just cool. So, that's that. And then... the Orc Marauder. Oh, I see. I might have messed up here. Nah, okay. So I'm going to move 1, 2 spaces. Will I? Yeah, that stupid pup goes towards her. I'm going to move here, actually. That makes more sense. Yeah, I thought I could attack him, but I can't do this. So that kind of sucks a little, but it's not such a big deal. So I'm pretty sure we attack the quest unit first. So it moves 2 spaces toward the lowest. I think, well, you could move down here, right? Yeah. No, the closest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he actually moves this way here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So he moves here because she's further away. And then this guy... And that's funny, actually. Wait a second. He started here. Oh, actually, this guy doesn't attack. Ah, see. He only gives fatigue. He doesn't really attack. That's a shame. Okay, then it really doesn't matter. He just moves here, I guess. I mean, I could move down here. It's the same distance. So I think I want to move here, actually. And then... yeah, this guy doesn't do anything because he has no attack value, 0. But this guy attacks. And what does the ritual say, actually? Does that do anything? All allied units in sight heal. Well, he sees everyone as he's blinded, so no allied units for him. And he attacks the strongest unit, which is this guy. He attacks Break the Bloody, with 2 dice. I mean, it's unlikely that he will do a lot of damage, but let's go for it. Yeah, okay, that didn't work out. Just 2 damage. And now we got this thing here, and it moves to the closest enemy. And then if it's equal distance, it moves 1 space. It moves with the lowest hit points. That is sadly the dark elf. So it will attack now the dark elf. Okay, nothing happens. That was good. And now this guy, the Imperial Bandit, attacks the Argonian. And therefore the Argonian has to place an item in his backpack because of the freeze ability. So this item goes here, and then it attacks also with a single die, and that's 2 damage. So I'm gonna remove this one here into my cooldown and prevent that damage from happening. Okay, so we go into the second round of the combat. And I got my cooldown going on here. Still got my blind condition. And at the start of the turn, because I'm in magic stance, I get a tenacity. Now I could change battle stance and attack the Skiva pup with these 2 dice here. But that would mean I cannot get the tenacity next turn. So I don't know if I want to do that. And in addition, I don't want to really kill this thing because of the rot ability, which would give me over fatigue. So I want him to kill that because he would not gain that fatigue. So I'm actually thinking about simply moving away again. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna move here, I guess. And that is possibly all I do. Now I could use my illusion dice. Let me see what I can do with that. I cannot really target anybody, so therefore, nah, I don't think I want to for the moment. No. Unoccupied hex and range. That's kind of funny, though. Well, this one is an interesting option. You know, maybe I should actually, before I'm here, I might use this die here. Target of a non. Yeah, I think I'm going to use this die here. My illusion die, the Calm and Fury. Let's see what we get here. Okay, that's this one. Place this die with 1 hit point ship in an unoccupied hex in range. Enemies treat this die as an adventurer and party members treat it as an unoccupied hex. So I think that is kind of cool because I can place this die maybe here and then break will not move. So yeah, I think that's actually, yeah, I want to do that. I'm going to place this guy here. Yep, let's do that. That's cool. That keeps him from moving. He will stay here for one more turn, and that's not a bad thing to do, I guess. keeps him busy a little, and yeah, gonna do that. Awesome. And then I'm gonna move away back here, I guess. Okay, so that was my turn. Nothing too exciting. And then here at the start of the turn, this guy is allowed, if I'm not mistaken, to move 4 spaces. Yeah, because of this Fleet Phantom option. And he's gonna move first here. So that allows him to open the cache here. So I need a 4, a 6, and a 2. Okay, that's not so bad. We got the 4. I'm going to roll again. Ah! Wow! Excellent. What a roll. 6 and a 2. I'm really lucky with these rolls, I have a feeling. That's really good. Blacklight Oxen Meatballs. Discard this item, then remove all over fatigue from your cooldown track and heal for 1 hit point for each die removed. That is not bad. I think for now I'm going to place this in my ready slot. Okay. So that was my first movement action. Now I'm going to move further. And this is then my 4th. So this is all free movement until here. And we're going to draw a legendary item. Now I want to roll a 3. And then I need a 1, a 4, and a 4. Oh. We don't have the 3. Now, do I want to take a fatigue? Yeah, I think I will. So let's do that. I'm going to take a fatigue to change that into a 3. Okay, so the 3 is unlocked. I'm allowed to keep the 4 now. And I'm going to re-roll these. I got 3 more attempts now to roll a 1 and a 4. We got the 1, 2 more attempts for the 4. That's a 6, come on. Do I take 2 fatigue? Yes, I will. I mean, that's a legendary item. Let's do it. Maybe we have something great. And yeah, I'm going to take it. So, let's hope it was worth it. Oh, a dog? Doral Rescue Dog. When damage would defeat a party member, add 1 hit point chip to this pet to prevent all of the damage dealt. Once there are 2 hit points chip on this pet, discard it. Well, I mean, that might actually be worth it. That's really good. So, I mean, honestly, I don't think I need this guy now. So I'm going to place him in my backpack, I guess. But yeah, in general, that's a good item. That's a good guy. Okay, so yeah, that was the start of the turn. Now I'm allowed to remove 2 here. I mean, hope this fatigue doesn't become a problem. We are in the recovery step. And now, let me see what I want to do here. You know what I just realized? I got this Shadow Strike here. Deal a targetable enemy damage equal to the number of fatigue dice in your cooldown track. So what I'm thinking about is, I might actually go to this cache here next turn, for example. I can still move 4 spaces for free, and I could exploit this thing here by simply collecting fatigue dice like crazy. And then I could move here and attack this guy. That, I mean, yeah, okay, this is then full of fatigue dice, but assume I get a chance to get rid of this, I don't know, maybe by the end of the turn or something. If we either go to an inn or if we simply I guess maybe if this adventure ends and this is the last one, the last clash of the adventure, that we probably can heal completely anyway. So this might be really an option, how we can defeat, for example, this guy here. But for the moment, I think I just want to move here. And then I want to use some attack here. I'm not quite sure. Let me see. So, what do we have here? Executioner. I forgot to do that. Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't necessarily want to use this, but I might want to use that. The balanced blade. Maybe these two. And oh, we have to change the battle stance though. Is it worth it then? Maybe not. Just a second here. Let's put that back in. I mean, as long as I have a ton of tenacity, I can use this, which gives me 2 enemy dice that I also can roll in addition. So you know what? Maybe I'm just going to go with these 2 dice and these 2 dice. This one, you know, and I think about this one too. Yeah, that's a good one too. So I'm going to roll these 2 dice, and then I'm going to use my calcinium mace to add 2 enemy dice. And now I'm going to attack him. Now he's got a dodge. The problem is there's going to be 1 damage subtracted because of this die, but I want that die anyway, I think. Yeah. Do I? Maybe it's not... it might not be worth it. I'm not going to use that die. I'm only going to use these. And maybe that one. Nope. Just these. Okay, now let's see what we get. Oh, that is not good at all. That's awful, man. Absolutely awful. Yeah, that's 2 damage. Well, what I could do is... I think I have... Yeah, the glyph of crushing. So I can change that to 1. But man, this is bad. So that's just 3 damage. I mean, okay, at least it's 1 against him. Is it, maybe, do I have an option to improve that somehow? Let me see. Okay, so, okay, at least I did. So this goes away. I did 1 damage, right? So he's now 1, 2... He's at 7, right. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use the fracturing poison. Expand, deal 1 targetable enemy true damage equal to its defense stat. So he's got a defense stat of 2, so that means I deal 2 more damage. Okay, so that was at least something. And Yeah, I think we get one die here and these two dice go in here. Okay, well, that wasn't great, but it was a start. And I think that's the end of my turn here. Now the orc will move, and he goes here. You know, and he's my tank with his 2 hit points. If he gets attacked by these guys, it doesn't matter basically. They only have 1 attack, so they cannot hurt him. So the orc will then attack, I don't know, maybe does it matter? Maybe the Imperial Bandit. In this way, he might be able to kill one guy. So let's see what we get. Okay, yeah, that's it. So the Imperial Bandit is gone. And by the way, there is this specific situation here where it says when a Khajiit here, if there are no Khajiit enemies on the battle map, deploy all Khajiit briar hearts to the closest unoccupied hex. So this guy would come into play if there are no Khajiit enemies, but luckily we have here the Khajiit cultist. So as long as this guy is standing there blinded, yeah, we're good, right? The problem is, I just realized that this guy will recover 2 damage at the end of the turn. So I'm not even sure if I want to use that right now. Nah, I'm not. Fuck that. I can still use that later. This is just a waste. This whole thing was pretty bad. So, yeah, no, I'm not going to use that. I'll save that for later. Okay, now Break the Bloody will attack, and he's going to attack one enemy, and it's going to be the weakest one. So this is the illusion here. So he's going to roll his 2 dice, and we'll see what he does. Okay, that was a success. So this goes into my cooldown now. And yeah, great. Now this guy activates, and he attacks the strongest adjacent enemy. Well, he cannot attack, we already said that. He activates, and who is stronger of these 2 guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think he's still at 8, right? Or at 7. I think he attacks, yeah, he attacks Break the Bloody then. So, 2 dice. Yeah, okay, that's fully taken in from the armor, so didn't help. And then we got this guy here, the Skiva Pup. He attacks the Orc Marauder, but he can't do anything here. Roll 1 damage die. I have an armor of 2, so there is no danger for me here. Okay. This guy sadly recovers back to his full health. 2, 4. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, and then we go to round 3. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be so easy to kill these guys in time. They are just so... they have so much life points, and the fact that we have to kill them makes it hard. It really does. So I get an additional tenacity here. These go back in my cooldown track. The blind status goes away. Okay,
Now let's see. This guy I want to kill at the very end. Because he keeps away additional Kashyyyks that could come in. It's a bit odd. It says all Kashyyyk, deploy Kashyyyk Briarhearts to the closest unoccupied hexes to break the bloody. I wonder what happens if this guy is simply killed. I can only assume that no additional ones then will be deployed. It doesn't say I can only kill him as the last unit or something. So let me see what I want to do. Do I want to attack here? Maybe I should do this. Yeah, I'm going to use my dark exchange. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to take 3 from here, and I'm going to give them to the Argonian. All right. And then I could attack. Now he only has 3 left, so if I do this again, I can kill him. And I don't have any issues with the wine snare thing, which could be a problem if I think I get damage dealt back if I deal damage. But this is not a regular attack, the dark exchange. So this would not affect me, I guess. You know, I'm actually... Does it make sense to use my destruction staff? This would deal 2 damage, this would deal 4 damage. I mean, this would give me 1 tenacity, 2 tenacity, that's not bad. You know, actually, I think I want to roll these 2 dice to give him an advantage, and probably this one again. Now let me see, what is this mesmerize thing? There's so much going on here. Oh yeah, the enemy's range and movement is reduced to 1. Now this is not so important for the moment. So I'm thinking just rolling these 3 dice. Yeah. It's really just support. There's no real attack or anything here. So let's do it. Okay, that's okay. So we get a tenacity, which is definitely good. So we can use the dark exchange next turn again and kill this guy. And what is that stuff? This is the bound armaments. They go both in my active slots. Okay, yeah, and then we'll see. Fine, that is totally all right. Do I want to move? Nah, I don't think so, actually. I'm just standing there and doing my magic. So, and then it's this guy again, the rogue. He can move 4 spaces at the start of the turn. Oh, shit. I mean, this is definitely a bit of a component issue here, this whole shit. But okay. I mean... Okay, so he moves 1, 2, 3. And... yeah, I think I want to do this. I think I want to try to get a ton of to get a ton of fatigue here. Why not? Yeah, I just have to make sure I can kill this guy, but I think that should be possible. I think the mage should be able to do that eventually. So, okay, first we gotta now open this box. So 4, a 6, and a 4, and I don't want to do that, right? I want to fill up this thing with, like, I don't know, maybe 2 more or something like that, maybe even 3. So let's see. Okay, so I mean, do I have to keep it? I think I do. I'm going to keep the 6. Now if I spend 2 more, maybe that's... Let me see. How much room is there left? There is still quite a bit of room left for more. So I might actually maybe spend more than 2. So I'm going to re-roll these 2. Okay, I mean, yeah, 3 more. Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take... I can't. It's again just 2 more. Do I want to re-roll? I mean, maybe I should be happy that I can get 2, right? Yeah. I mean, if I roll twice a 4 next turn, that would be bad. I'm gonna do it. Screw it. I'm gonna roll the 2. I'm gonna take the 2. Gonna get this item. Rabbit haunch with cheese grits. Discard this item, then roll any number of enemy combat dice. Heal for hit points exactly equal to the number rolled, up to your health stat. Then, if you are at full hit points, gain 1 over fatigue. That's funny. You've eaten so much, you get tired. I'm gonna put that also... I can't do that anymore. I can't do that. There's no room in my backpack. Holy crap. I'm full. I'm gonna discard the Felinesti forbidden fruit. I think that's not good. And this goes in my backpack. Okay, so now I still got 1 movement point left, so I'm gonna move here. And now I got my recovery step, so this goes all down. This goes in here, and this goes in here. All right, so now let's see. Okay, so first, I want to move again here. And I'm going to trigger, well, on the other hand, no, it makes more sense to roll these first, because then I have, I can use my Cassinium Mace. Otherwise I have to spend 4 tenacity, and then I could not use this thing anymore. But I can only use it if I'm in this battle stance. Okay, so fuck that. I cannot use that thing anyway at the moment. You know what I could do? I could take another fatigue, actually. You know, that's an option. I want to do that. So I'm going to attack with these 2 dice using this battle stance. And yeah, I'm going to... Yeah, why not? And I'm gonna use my calcinium dice. So that gives me 2 more dice. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can do some damage here. Okay, I mean, that's not so bad. That's 3 damage. Sadly, this doesn't help me a bit. But okay. So that is 3 damage. And this goes in here. And that means this guy loses 1. I'm pretty sure I can kill him. Then yeah, okay, wait a second. I want to attack a second time, which means, oh man, let's see how we can do that. There's a lot going on here. Okay, yeah, so here's what I want to do. I'm gonna get another fatigue to attack this guy, and I'm gonna roll these 3 dice here. Is that even necessary? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's got like 7 left or something. 7, yeah, and he's got the divert. Okay, wait a second. This has to be done well. Okay, wait a minute. I'm not gonna do this. The divert says I cannot remove. Yeah, he cannot lose his last HP. Okay, so what I gotta do now is I have to use the Shadow Strike. Deal a targetable enemy damage equal to the number of fatigue dice in your cooldown track. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that means I can remove 3. Shit. That's not quite enough, huh? Okay, no, I think we're good. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do this Shadow Strike, and I'm gonna deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That's not that easy. Then, wow. I think now it's probably time for the attack. Or maybe not. I could do this. I could do that. You know, I think now it's time for this stupid poison. The fracturing poison. So that removes 2 more from him. Okay, I mean, that was pretty good, but it's not really enough, right? So what's the plan now? I think... Oh, I hit the camera with my fingers. I'm sorry for that. Man, there is a lot to consider here. I'm not sure if I want to do a second attack using maybe this die here. Just take another fatigue. And, I mean, I could. You know what? I will do this. I'm going to do a second attack using... But we are now... I'm going to go into this battle stand here. I'm going to grab a second fatigue die, and I'm going to use this and these two. Okay, there we go. Let's see. This probably will not do any damage, I'm pretty sure, but still, it might be useful. Okay, yeah, all right. I mean, that's not that great. So, yeah, so it gives us a tenacity, which is fine, and this stuff here, which is kind of, not that great. Okay. Well, this is one. You may move through enemies after moving. I'm not quite sure. Why does that even show a number? Here it doesn't. I wonder if this is even the right die. Oh man, that might be the wrong die? Wait a second. No, it's not. It's this symbol here. While this die is in your cooldown track, you may move through enemies. I heal for 1 hit point for each enemy you move through. I'm not sure what this number does actually mean. That seems like a misprint to me. That's very weird. That doesn't make any sense at all. That is a misprint, I guess. You know, maybe. Nah, that's fine. No, it does work. I mean, yeah, it says here deal 2 damage, heal 1 life point. So it's a little confusing, but no, I think it's okay. Yeah, I think this is okay. This is not a misprint. Okay. Well, that doesn't help though, but I mean, still. So, okay, then it's the end of my turn, and now I can use the bound armaments. At the end of any unit's turn, you may choose an adventurer, to perform an engage, rolling 2 of their available skill dice. If these dice would be exhausted, they are recovered instead. Then exhaust this die. So I'm going to use this one. And I'm going to let him roll these 2 dice. And now I hope that I can kill this fucker. Wait a minute. That doesn't work. The reason is... Fuck. He can only take a single damage. Okay. Let me see. I'm not going to do that, obviously. So what I want to do instead is, first I'm going to use this one. That allows me to roll 3 enemy combat dice. And then we'll see. If that's enough to do 1 damage, so we need 3 hits, then I can use the other one. So let's see. Yeah, awesome, that's great. So he lost all but 1. That's really cool. And now I'm going to use the other one. And now it should be possible for me to kill this guy. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that is going to be enough. Let's see what we got here. We got... This is this one. Deal 2 damage to your target. Deal 4 damage to your target. After this engage, gain a Bane status die. Okay, I'm not going to use that. but I'm going to use this. And I deal... that's not quite enough. Fuck, man. 2 damage is not enough. I need to do 3 because of his armor rend. Well, okay, I gotta use both then. And that gives me a Bane status. That's not good, but I think it's worth it. Now this guy is killed. Awesome. Okay, and now when I got this Bane status, I'm gonna take a wound. And now this is actually the end of the turn. Now it's this guy, the Orc Marauder, and he's simply attacking the Skeever Pup. 2 dice. He needs 3 damage. Well, okay, that wasn't great, but you can reroll that one because he's aggressive. Okay, 2, that's fine. So, no armor here, so he's down to 1 hit point. And that is it. And now it is the enemy's turn. I mean, there's not that much going on anymore. This guy cannot attack because he has 0 combat dice. This guy will attack this one here, the Lamia. But I mean, he's got to be very lucky. He's got to be rolled twice a 2, basically, which is not going to happen. So yeah, no damage here, and this guy can't do anything either. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, there's nothing happening here. And then it's us again. And we go in turn number 4. Let's see. Okay, I gain 1 tenacity. These go all back. I'm going to spend 3 tenacity again to do the Dark Exchange, and I'm going to kill this guy. I'm going to give it all to him. Okay. Now I'm going to use I think I'm going to use my Wall of Elements. Does that make any sense? Nah, not really, huh? Can I give him a Bane? I don't think so. I don't think that works. Ah, damn it, there's so much crap here. Maim, nah, that doesn't really help. Okay, so I'm going to use this one, I guess, again. Yeah, I'm going to use these 2 again. And, well, actually, no. I'm going to use only 1 of them. And then I'm going to use my 2 Force Shock dice. And I'm going to attack here the Khajiit Cultist. Okay, I mean, that's okay, I guess. So first we get a tenacity. And then I do, I think that's 4 damage. Yep, 4 damage. So he takes 2 damage. Fine. Okay, nice. And yeah, they go in the cooldown. That's pretty much all I do, I guess. Yeah, I don't see any other options here. The Power Surge. Yeah, that would be helpful, but I don't know. I think I'm okay here. And yeah, so now it's the Argonian, and let me see what I can do. I mean, I'm obviously not in the best shape, so I can move a couple of spaces for free. Yeah, okay, I don't know, man. I think I'm just gonna move here for free, basically. Then I'm gonna get rid of these 2 dice. So this goes down here. Oh, and I can actually... Wait a minute, I forgot that. I can move through these 2 enemies. 1, 2, 3. That's actually kind of cool. No, that allows me to heal. It wasn't the one that does the damage. No, so I was wrong there. Okay, so now I want to attack, and let me see what I want to do here. Do I want to try this one? Gotta be lucky. It's a 50-50 chance. If I'm doing good here, I could kill the guy. 4 damage. That's also not bad. But that would not kill him. Anyway, I think I'm going to simply use just this one here, the Executioner, and we'll see what we can do here. Okay, that was not great. That gives me another tenacity. Yeah, okay, fine. I mean, I could use these, but if I do, I don't know if I want to, actually. If she can get 1 more tenacity somehow, she should be able to kill this guy easily. You know, yeah. I think I gotta move aside though. Can I? Yeah, I did not do my regular movement. It was just this one here. So I can simply move aside so that I get not attacked by the Khajiit cultist. And then I'm simply gonna lose 1 because of the Bane here. So then the orc again tries to kill the pup here. And that was a success, so the pup is also gone. And now it's only this guy left here. Okay. So we go in turn 5. So it would be good if we could finish it this turn. I get another tenacity. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty optimistic I can do this now. This goes back. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to simply use... Yeah, I'm going to simply use these 3 dice again and do another roll. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so that is good enough. So this goes in the active slot. This thing gives me 2 tenacity, 1 true damage to any 1 adventurer. I'm going to give that to him. And another tenacity. Yep. Excellent. That's pretty cool. Okay, and then I deal, well, I mean, obviously, 4... Wait a minute. Did I mess up? I don't know. Was that this one? Man, I don't remember. I might have screwed that up somehow. I think... Wait a second. I'm not sure if I should have gotten these 2 tenacity. I'm totally confused now. It doesn't really matter though. What I can do is I simply can spend the 3 now, and I can kill this guy, giving him the rest. Okay, that's it. That was definitely enough. Okay, so that's it. We're good. This is the end. Excellent. He will lose another one because of his bane, and there is still a recovery phase for him before the combat ends. Okay, but now we're done. So let's go to the quest book. Okay, yeah, so we did the battle objective, we killed everybody, we get 2 experience. And then we go to entry number 30. What? E30, page 53. It's all in the framing. Break the Bloody has lived up to his name today. Now that you're through with him, the Reachman is based in his own Icar, and all remaining imprisoned Khajiit have been freed. Later you meet with Ras to share your suspicions that Jarl Fenreld Kjenerik may actually have been on the level. He nods, his mouth a grin, furry line. Someone may have set up our setup, he says. Brake was found to be in the company of many people with connections to Black Reach, and it looks like he may have been the above-ground contact point for many of these attacks, not the Jarl. Of course, no one knows of our involvement in this sordid affair. Good work on that, by the way, but it is worth looking into who may have been supplying Brake with reinforcements. We find them, and maybe we find the source of all the recent nastiness that has been bubbling up from underground. Okay, now in session 1, choose one of the following options. If your experience with Briarhearts earns you consideration for a sensitive job, select the Skyrim Thieves Guild quest for session 2. If Ras has more covered work for you to the west, select the High Rock Eyes of the Queen quest for session 2. If you prefer to spend some time on a less sordid and hopefully more peaceful mission, select the Valenwood Mages Guild quest for session 2. Huh. Actually, this goes on. In session 2, you follow through with your... Oh no, that's in session 2. So we don't do this now. Gain keyword eliminate agent. Is that something that I get in both situations? Probably. I'm pretty sure I get this keyword, eliminate agent. Okay, so what does that actually mean? Thanks to the elimination of a key agent, Deslandra has been forced to spread her troops thin. Ah, I see. That's something that happens during the end game. Okay, I didn't know that. Well, okay, so we got eliminate agent. So what do I want to do now? I have no clue. I could roll a die with these two. I'm not so interested in doing the peaceful stuff. But you could argue maybe it's interesting. I'm a mage, so maybe doing this is also not bad. So you know what? I think I'm just going to roll a die. 1 and 2 is the first one. 3 and 4 is this one, and then we'll see what we get. Okay, so actually it seems we go to Valenwood. Less sordid and hopefully more peaceful mission. Select the Valenwood Mages Guild quest for Season 2. Okay, so we're going to do that. And
yeah, I'm gonna do all all the things we got to do at the end of a quest, and then I'll see you in Valenwood, I guess. And yeah, hope to see you on that video. Bye.